In today's video, we'll be learning that how we can use lightning input field value to accept the parameters, and then using a button click, pass those values to the lightning web component controller and then display it on the screen either via alert, or we can do it in the logs, or even display it on the UI as well. So let's do that. And welcome back to our channel. And as we said, we'll be building a lightning web component to display the values where we can input it and then fetch those values to display it on the UI. So we'll be using lightning input for those. So suppose we will be showing email or phone number of us. We'll be inputting that, and as soon as we click on a button, that next or save, so those values should be displayed on the UI. So let's do that. First, let's create a component, lightning web component. I'll give it name as lightning input, because we'll be using this lightning input new element of the Salesforce. Not new that it came into picture just now, only because we are learning it for the first time, that's why it's new. So let's create first of all HTML part, that will be creating a lightning card, giving its title as lightning input. Then let's create div, and each div we will be having our lightning input. Let's have its title as email, name as email, label is also email. Then let's have on change handler, that whenever we'll be changing any value, so it should pass this value to this handler, that is handle change email. Okay, so this lightning input we have created. Now let's create another div, and we'll be doing a little bit of CSS as well, so that our component will look good this time. So let's create the same for phone number, phone number, name. You can give double quotes as well as single quotes, but we'll be preferring double quotes only. That's the ideal way to go about it. Then we have label, that is phone number, and then on change handler. So its name should be different. We'll give name it as handle change phone number. And one thing we have missed, that is whenever a value we are having, so where do we want to store it? So let's have value parameter as well. So it will be having value as email value. This property will be storing a value for email, and for phone number, let's have phone value, and camel case we follows. So yeah, let's save. No, now we have to create buttons as well. So we'll be creating button. Buttons tag is lightning button. Lightning button, and again we will have to give for lightning button variant, So you can check out the document, you will understand its meaning in more detail. So we'll give neutral. Then we will have its label as cancel. We will be having one button as cancel. Although we might not be applying its functionality for our current scenario, then again we will have on click handler, that whenever we will click this button should function as whatever we will write in that handler. Next button we have that is here only in this div only, that is lightning button. Again we'll be keeping its variant as brand. So neutral is nothing but having the text in blue and background is white, and brand is opposite of that, that is background will be blue and the text will be white. And label would be, let's keep it as next. And then have on click handler, that is handle next. And then we'll be closing this with its closing tag. And yeah, there is one more thing, that for lightning input we can specify its type. There are multiple lightning input we have, like we can have it for checkbox, date time field, email, file, search, or URL, and even number field, so that we can't input any other type of value in that particular lightning input. So for this we'll input as a type email, and for phone number we will give it as type this tel is available for phone number. So let's deploy this. And let's first analyze this on UI, and for that we have to expose it to true, and then we have to specify the targets as well. So we'll keep target as lightning app page, because I'll be deploying or dropping this component on the app page. So let's go back to our app. Earlier we had created one app. If you have not yet, you can either test it on record page as well, and give the target as lightning record page, or otherwise you can, if you are learning, you can try that out as well, that you can just create a app and then have all the components on the page. So I'll click on this gear icon and then click on edit page. After click on edit page, I'll drag my component here, that is lightning input, and let's save this. I'll go back. So my component is here. It's all is very in coming to each other. So what we will do, we'll just provide some padding here and there. So there are some SLDS classes. So our first div is having lightning input, so let's provide this as some padding on the left as well as on the right. So SLDS, small, and we want to give padding on left as well. So SLDS P left, and then again small, and we'll give some on bottom as well, so that the phone number field will not merge into this one. So SLDS P bottom. These are standard classes for Salesforce, so you can use this, or you can just simplify it, define a custom class and then have the CSS file created over here, and then you can do that as well, but it's the more simpler way. So our classes are not implied yet. Let's try to refresh once again. So you can see that padding is applied here and there. So we'll do the same for phone number and the buttons as well. So I'll just copy paste this thing and paste it here, so that this phone number is also having the same padding. And then for buttons we'll have class here, because we have not created div. So what we will do, this next button should have some padding on the left. So slds p left underscore small. You can check out the slds document as well, so that you can have padding as medium, large, and even extra small, so such thing. And for this also we'll be having here, so that it does not just have it in the boundary. And let's deploy it and see what else we are missing. I'll refresh this. So it looks better, right? So yeah, so now what we have to do, we have not implied the handlers in the js file. So what we will do, we'll go to the js file and copy this handler first. And here I'll paste this. So this handler will receive the event, that is whenever we will click on this change email uh, text input field, whenever we'll be typing on change, it will pass on the value in this. And our variable is email value. So in email value, this dot email value will be assigning event dot target dot value. So this particular event dot target dot value will be holding the value of email which we will be typing in lightning input. And similarly we'll do the same for handle phone change phone number. So let's just change this, and our parameter is phone value. So we'll do this, and also assign these variable, define these variable on top as well. So yes, and after clicking on next button, we want to show the alert. Let's do the alert. So what we will do, we have handle as next. After clicking on next button, we shall show the alert. So we'll give alert, and what is that is our email is this dot email value. And in same we'll do for phone number is this dot phone value. And one more thing, for cancel we are not doing anything. Let's define some random values, or let's not do that. Let's just refresh, let's deploy this, and we'll see how this is working now. So here it is, and our lightning input is here. Now let's type any email, that is trailhead ranger trailhead ranger 27, and let's give any random phone. Then we'll click on next. So alert is coming up as email is this. If we will click on OK, the next alert will come up. So you can do this, you can have it on the field as well. So there is another thing, that is lightning output field. We'll cover that in some other video, maybe picking up by this component only, or maybe doing it from start. Let's see how we'll do that. But you can show these values in that lightning output field. We'll learn that after doing the conditional rendering, because it looks better after doing the conditional rendering. And there is another thing, that's show toast. So whenever, if you have worked on Salesforce, so if you are suppose creating a lead, you will show the pop-up message that your lead has created. So we can do that as well, that is using show toast event. So we'll learn all that in future. If you are learning something and liking the video, please like it and subscribe the channel, and stay tuned for more. And you can let me know in the comment section if you have any other things you want to learn, or if you have any constructive feedback for me. I'm all up for it. So yes, thank you and stay tuned.